We
We're
live.
live. We live. I have to admit, I like these Q&As because we don't have to prepare. It's easy.
Yeah.
We don't have to do.
Gotta prepare to have a good time.
Okay, don't make those noises. I don't like it. It's weird. I don't know. I'm
That's
kidding.
like just a appetizer. This is nothing.
Dolly is
Armin
here.
is not pleased.
Music guy is here. Soha is here. Hi guys.
You guys saying hi, Susie?
No. Okay, stop that. I don't like those noises.
What are you talking about? I can't say Susie.
Okay, fine. People, I'm just trying to get people to get upset over me tone policing you, and so that they can tell me like, "No, be mean to Susie. Why are Armin so mean to Susie?" And then you like it because the chat is gonna be simping over you.
Well, you just revealed a devious plot.
Yeah, but they're still gonna do it. It doesn't matter. Hi, Silva. Ren. Gajan. Are you gonna talk about Zara K? Yeah. Oh, actually, well, ask a question.
It has to be a question.
Okay, so the answer is yes. Now, if you want more, you have to be more specific with your question.
Oh my god. You know what you're getting yourself into, Ghost Bunny, one of the most pedantic men around. Hey, Dolly.
Yes, Dolly's here.
Like people
we have our first question.
No, actually, Ghost Bunny asked the first question.
And no, this is way before.
No?
Wait. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, we both clicked that.
But I like people saying hi to me because usually in the live chat, people are only saying hi to you. I'm just like,
wow, so desperate. Look at so needy.
I put a lot of time into this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm kidding. All right. Ask Ghost Bunny's question.
Mental health check. How are you guys today? What are the ways you bring yourself out of a mental health funk? I'm feeling stuck today and I don't like it. Oof, I know that feeling. Usually you just have to, well, how am I feeling today? I'm feeling better today. I'm in less pain than I was over the past 2 days, so that's awesome. Still in pain, but less pain. Wasn't very productive, so I'm not loving that. But besides that, I'm good. How do I bring myself out of mental health funk? I spoil myself with takeout delivery food. And
that's not a recommended way to do it.
And I sleep a lot.
That's good. That's healthy.
And I remember that it's temporary.
That's also very healthy. That's very good. There are new studies, by the way, that everybody like, well, we already knew this, but we didn't really know. Like, it was assumed, it was highly suggested, but there's more studies just recently came out that suggest that exercise has a huge impact on feeling better emotionally, right? And the study that shows that exercise has an influence on feeling a lot better shows that you don't have to be like an athlete or like even 10 minutes of light exercise every day, especially if you do it at the beginning of the day. This part is not in the study. This part is I think like if you do it at the beginning, it just really has a huge impact on your mood the rest of the day, especially given that you feel more productive. Like, you got something like, keep it short. If you can't get yourself to do exercise, start with like just 10 minutes, guys. Okay, and exercise doesn't have to be running. It doesn't have to be swimming. It doesn't have to be like going to the gym. It doesn't have to be like getting certain equipment. Okay, it could just be like just walking. Okay. You could just go like walk for 10 minutes. Okay, just go outside. Well, unless it's not recommended because of like the pandemic and stuff. Just walk around your apartment or whatever. Just go up the Just move, okay? Just move lightly for 10 minutes, okay? And you feel more productive in the rest of the day. You feel a lot better the rest of the day, okay? And this new, even more studies has come out just recently that shows that it's not just placebo, okay? I mean, it is also placebo. The placebo is a bonus, but it's beyond just placebo, okay? Just move, okay?
Slams table.
Move a little bit, just like 10 minutes, okay? You know what? If 10 minutes is too much, just make it very small, okay? 1 minute. Start with just like, you know what? Every morning, I'm going to move around. I'm not even going to call it exercise because it sounds like work if I call it exercise. Just be like, I'm going to walk for 1 minute, okay? You know what? If that's too much. You're like, I'm going to do one push-up when I wake up in the morning, okay? And then add to it slowly. See where it goes. You know what? Don't even think about it. You're gonna add to it slowly. Add to it if you feel like it. Just do something, okay? It has a huge impact, okay?
This was like when you told me that I should do burpees as soon as I wake up in the morning. I was like,
no,
as soon as I wake up, are you insane?
No, I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that as soon as you wake up, okay? Just in the morning. It doesn't have to be like right when you wake up, okay? You could do it. See, the less rules you have for it, the more likely you're gonna do it, okay? You could improve on it later, okay? Don't be like it doesn't have to be like as soon as you get up there. No, you're probably not gonna do it if it's too strict, right? Start with the minimum viable solution, okay? So that you do it, okay? Like people are like go on a diet, like, okay, I used to eat cheeseburgers and cakes and everything all the time. Now I'm gonna go and cut everything out and eat all, like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Just start with like, you know what? I'm not even gonna start by cutting out crap. I'm gonna start by adding stuff, okay? Be like, you know what? First, the best way to first improve your diet is to be like, I'm going to add vegetables to my diet. It's easier to add stuff to your diet than removing stuff from your diet, okay? Start with like, I'm going to still eat the garbage that I eat, but before I eat those, I'm going to start eating something healthy, and my tummy is full, and then I'm going to see how much room I have for the garbage that I usually eat. Start with adding to your diet, and then maybe later on, remove stuff from your diet, okay? Guys, these are like golden tips, by the way. You guys have no idea. And you're just getting it all for free.
And no one asked any question related to that, but...
Oh, by the way, I am not a mental health or a dietitian or any of those things. So these are just my suggestions. They might be all incorrect. All the disclaimers in the world right over here. Okay? So go do your own research.
Anyway. Insert accordingly. To update on last week's question about faking enthusiasm, my family is making me volunteer setting up a new mosque. Oh, I'm going to try to use Armin's idea about putting on a performance.
Wait, what did I suggest?
So you were talking about trying to make it more. So if you're closeted ex-Muslim and you're known in your family for being very knowledgeable and enthusiastic previously before you lost your faith, but they don't know that, and they come to you asking you about religion and stuff, like how do you fake that? How do you fake enthusiasm? And you were saying like try to make it a game almost, like try to see how much you know. Yeah.
Right. To be clear,
and
I'm not
introduce skepticism to them.
To be clear, I'm not suggesting faking enthusiasm. I'm suggesting actual enthusiasm, okay? There are ways to enjoy Islam without believing in it. You could actually enjoy the mythology of it. You could actually become interested in the history of it, okay? You could actually be interested in the hadith and what led to what, and the tafsir, and what did Ibn Taymiyyah have a problem with Ibn Sina and why. These could be interesting, right? Again, do not do this if you don't enjoy it, okay? And also, are you like at a risk under like a physical threat, security threat? Like how big? Again, I don't know the situations that you're dealing with. Is it just an annoyance or is it a security risk for you? So I don't know. I can't make a specific recommendation for you because I don't know the details behind what's going on. But I'm just suggesting that it's, if it is either that you have to deal with the situation and coming out as an ex-Muslim is not an option, then one thing to consider, I don't know if this is the best suggestion for you, but one thing to consider is it's possible to be excited about talking about Islam, learning about Islam, telling people about the history of Islam without believing in Islam. Okay, just like you could enjoy mythology of ancient Greek mythology, Mayan mythology, you could be completely fascinated with it and learn about it, and but like if you're fascinated with Mayan religion and culture, that doesn't mean that you enjoy, like you think like human sacrifices are a-okay, right? But you could still enjoy, and you could treat Islam the same way, right? You could be like, I don't believe this stuff and I don't endorse the values, but this stuff is fascinating and the history behind it is amazing, right? So it's possible to do that. And again, if you don't feel like if you're an ex-Muslim, like what are you talking about, Armin? I hate everything about Islam. Don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, I'm not saying like everybody should feel, just because I feel like that doesn't mean like everybody should feel like that. I'm just saying it's possible. Okay. I'm getting angry over something that nobody's making. I'm getting angry over an imaginary argument. I just imagined somebody making a point, and I got angry out of that.
You make yourself more upset than anyone else, I swear.
Okay.
Holy cow! Next. It was fascinating to watch that literally in action. I was like, he's doing it. He's doing
it. Okay. Oh yeah, bring Zara K on the show. Do you really think that you have to tell us that to do? Of course. Like, do you think that that's not something that we automatically want to do? Like, obviously.
When the time is right. I talked to her this morning.
We're not gonna pressure her. Like, oh yeah, and we're not gonna like. Obviously, she needs maybe. I mean,
there's some other stuff that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, and she needs to adjust and blah blah blah. But yeah, we're gonna try to make that happen for sure. I lost track of where we are in the live stream.
So. Here to ask some important questions. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite animal? And if you were a soup, what flavor of soup would you be? So if you were a soup, wow. Okay, well, soup. Probably a Tuscan bean soup. I make a really good Tuscan bean soup. Tuscan white bean soup. What is my favorite song? That is too difficult to answer. That's way too difficult to answer. What's your favorite animal? A panda or a baby harp seal? I'm going to look for my favorite song while you answer these questions.
Favorite... I don't know. I think for soup it would be something. I don't know what I'm not gonna be any flavor of soup myself. I think that's just, I don't know what that means. So I'm just gonna answer what flavor of soup I enjoy. Probably something with squash and a bit creamy. So that would be the soup. What's your favorite animal? Eagle. What's your favorite song? Oh, Four Seasons by Vivaldi. What?
Nothing.
No, what the hell? What was that? What was that? Did you guys see that? What was that? What's wrong with my favorite song?
It's nothing. It's just really funny how, like, people who are like atheist and philosophy nerds, a lot of them are just like, I'm into the classical music. Like,
okay. It's just what I like. What did I do?
No, that's fine. I just thought it was
I listen to many other songs as well. It's just my favorite song. I'm not into any other classical songs except some from Bach and mostly Vivaldi. I'm not gonna. I'm not being pretentious or anything. I just love, and I don't like much else from Vivaldi. It's just the Four Seasons. Okay, it's pretty freaking good. It's pretty.
It is a
It
good
is
song.
pretty.
It is.
Like it just like it keeps like escalating and escalating and escalating. And every time you think like, oh my god, we hit the peak, it keeps on escalating. And it's just amazing. I love it. I don't know what you want me to do.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crap.
Oh my god! Look at this. They don't even believe me, guys. Should I? I think Vivaldi is like copyright free. I could play like it's impossible. Even people who are not into. I'm not into classical music myself. Okay, I'm not. It's just this song is. There are very few songs I like that are classical music. Okay, Moonlight by what was Moonlight by Beethoven? I think I love that as well. Very few, but this one, Four Seasons. It just keeps going up and up and up. Like you're like, oh my! It's so good. It's objectively really good. Okay, listen to it. If you don't like it, there's something wrong with your brain. Okay, I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with your brain. But I don't know. It's what I like. God, I'm not being pretentious. This is honestly what I like.
I can't pick a favorite song right now. Right now, I'm inclined to say something by Al Green. Probably Here I Am, Come and Take Me. But
I don't. Okay, let's ignore. I don't. We haven't even started answering questions. Okay, so we probably would have gotten to your question. I don't know what question you asked because we haven't seen it yet. We probably would have answered it if we saw it, but because of this dumb, stupid comment here, like I don't know what your question is because we haven't seen it. But Susie, let's ignore this person's questions. Okay. I don't know what he asked. Like we will probably have gotten to it, right? Mm-hmm. But because he said this, now I get it. You don't have an answer, so you're ignoring me. No, we haven't even started. We would have probably gotten to your question at some point.
Yeah, we have a backlog of questions.
Yeah, we have so many questions in the live chat right now that we haven't got to yet. You think we're ignoring all of them? But because of this attitude,
time explaining this.
Yeah, we never don't answer any questions from that person. But go on next week.
So Katie is asking me how was the cheesecake and when are you inviting her on the show? This is in relation to us having a cheesecake party with Zara K this morning. The cheesecake was good. When are you inviting her on the show? When she's ready, but so we can ask her questions directly. It probably wouldn't be a live stream. I don't think.
Oh yeah, because you're right. Oh, this is why you're the CEO. We need to be careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, good call.
It's up to her discretion what we talk about and what's public. So having just a live stream of questions, I don't think is a good idea. Terminating the Atheist is an easy question. What headphones do you use? We both use MPOW.
Yeah. Cheap, very cheap.
Yeah, really cheap on Amazon. I can't remember the exact model, but Armin has the adjustable mic and mine doesn't. I did buy an exact copy of his, but mine crapped on me. It's so annoying. Mm-hmm. Jalal says, how are people like Kyle Kulinski and Jimmy Dore so ignorant about Iran that it is mind-boggling? Why doesn't anyone ever confront them about their views? Probably because they don't really open themselves up to debate.
Yeah. See, this is what we have you guys in the live chat here. It's not just for your benefit, but it's also for our benefit, right? Because sometimes I'm worried about when I come up with ideas and stuff, there's not that many people to challenge us, right? I'm just maybe I'm listening to these content creators and oh my, that's a good take, that's a bad take. But sometimes I need actively people coming in and telling me why they think I'm wrong. So we constantly doing live streams, and you guys are in the live chat. We open ourselves to people being able to come to us and tell us why we're wrong about things all the time. So I think that helps us. It's obviously not going to reduce. I'm pretty sure I'm dumb about many things. Things that I don't know that I'm dumb about, right? There are things that I know I'm dumb about, and there are things that I don't know I'm dumb about. And there's no way to eliminate all of that. But there are ways to try to reduce it as much as you can. And one way you could do it is by exposing yourself to people coming out and calling you out. And we basically do this almost every day in our live streams, right?
Yeah. Aryan is saying, what is the biggest cause of Islamic apostasy? Actions like that of ISIS or Boko Haram, or TikTok and Instagram? I think looking at girls doing their haram dances is the bigger one. What do you think? Okay, so I would think that just seeing girls on attractive women on Instagram or TikTok doing things that make you think quote unquote sinful thoughts, that's encouraging haram or sinful behavior. That doesn't mean that that's actually causing you to doubt your faith. You might not be very good in your practice, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually questioning your faith. So between the two, I would think that actions like that of ISIS and Boko Haram would be the larger cause, because it makes people actually look at their scripture and find things that they might not like. Now, are the actions of ISIS and Boko Haram the largest causes of Islamic apostasy? I don't know. But between those two options, that's what I would pick.
Yeah, it depends on where you're talking. Okay, if you're talking about Islamic countries, I think being ruled by theocracies or having a lot of Islamic influence in your life in Islamic countries are the main, especially among young people who want to be free, especially when you're a lot of teenagers who are going through a rebellious phase. If you make Islam either like Islam ruling over you, or even if it's not ruling over you, if it's the norm, if it's expected norms in society, it encourages younger people to reconsider. But Muslims in non-Islamic countries, over there, the reason might be them getting influenced by no other norms of society, especially among younger people. Could, like, TikTok and Instagram is one of them, but YouTube, the shows they watch, the YouTube content creators they follow, in non-Islamic countries, like maybe feeling like they're missing out, or that the values that the community, the Islamic community, is holding them back from experiencing life to the fullest. And a lot of it, by the way, I would assume is emotional, which doesn't make it wrong, right? A lot of it is not like, oh, let me figure out, like, there's no evidence for the existence of God, therefore I'm going to leave Islam. A lot of it could be like, the life, I like this. This feels wrong, and this feels like it's better. I enjoy this life more, this lifestyle more, these ideas more. And a lot of time people don't even leave Islam, but they just act less Islamically because of these outside influence, because they're being more influenced by ideas outside of Islam. But go on.
I think girls doing, or in social media, all brought in general, may cause more apostasy, in the sense that more than ever we can see how people are living elsewhere in the world. And so, in people, like Armin was saying, in cultures that are very strongly rooted in Islam and Islamic values and traditions, they can see what other options there are more than anything else. They could see maybe from the outside, this could be a grass is always greener on the other side situation. Be like, hey, those people are living in a way that seems way less restrictive, and they seem a lot happier. That comparison could cause apostasy in its own. Yeah, but interesting question.
Yeah. All right. Next, okay. You pick the next.
What's one food you can eat frequently without getting bored? Oh, this is for me. I know for a fact Armin will say eggs and fruits and veggies.
Not really.
Yeah, he would eat other stuff if he wasn't so focused on his swole diet. No. What is something I can eat frequently without getting bored? Well, this is a whole cuisine, but Japanese food. I could eat a lot of ramen for a really long time. Sushi, poke. That's kind of more of like a fusion thing. Yeah. Or this isn't a food, but cappuccinos. Oh, I could have cappuccinos, a good cappuccino, to the day I die.
Sashimi would be salmon
Yeah.
sashimi is one of the best. Salmon sashimi, yeah.
Susie, what's your opinion on non-denominational churches? Have you ever been
Wait,
part of one? Oh.
Can you answer that? I need to take care of something really fast. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. So I was never a part explicitly of a non-denominational church, at least not that I remember as a child. I was raised ostensibly Catholic. However, I did go to a lot of Christian summer camps growing up, and those were generally non-denominational. I mean, one was explicitly associated with a Presbyterian church, I think. But what's your opinion? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just like a lot of cherry picking, not having as much of the like dogma of tradition is a little confusing to me, just like as a Catholic, there are very specific traditions and reasons why you do a lot of the things that you do, but the non-denominational like church camps that I would go to always seemed a lot more fun. They actually made me want to be Christian because they were a lot more relaxed. There was a lot more joyfulness in the worship instead of a very like stern solemnness and gravitas that is in a Catholic church. So that was my experience. But I mean, in general, it just seems inconsistent.
Every time.
Every time.
All right. Maggie's. Okay. All right. Next question. I left at the perfect time. The question was for you. We should do shorter answers though, because there's so many questions.
Someone is asking me why I'm so skinny. It's called an anxiety disorder. Get into it. But actually, I only like twice a day.
No.
So, yeah, I only have like 2 meals a day on average.
Yeah, okay. You should eat more.
Literally just out of laziness. Like, God, I don't want to take the time to prepare that much for food for myself. I'll just not eat.
You should get those things that you ordered, like the food that the the recipe. I don't know. They send you. What is that? That's the
like
thing
the
that you
ingredients boxes.
Yeah, the ingredient boxes. You should do that.
It actually takes a lot of time.
It does? Okay, then just get get.
I did get one, but then my oven broke, so I had to throw out like half the recipes because I can't even use them. How BS is that? Anyways, yeah, I work too much and I don't have enough time to do things like cook. So,
yeah. Okay, next question. By the way, make sure you ask our members questions first. Oh, and also we got a super chat
from a member. Knowing that the right-wing government in India has pretty much taken over all social media platforms, do you have another backup space if YouTube/Google comes after you?
Hey, thank you, Ren, for giving us the opportunity to promote our newsletter, which cannot be taken away from us, from anyone, anywhere. We will always, is like backed up on our hard drives. So subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description. And if you do subscribe to our newsletter, you get our blasphemous art for free. And also my book, Why There Is No God. You get this for free as well. Okay? So you get blasphemous art for free, sexy blasphemous art, and my book for free. And that's the platform that nobody can take away from us. We got a super chat.
Holy cow, I just realized how far behind we are in the questions, and I scrolled down, and then I missed a bunch because it jumped.
Okay, guys, if you're a member and we miss your question, please ask them again. But thank you for the super chat, Thomas.
Thomas Garcia gave us $5 Australian. Thank you. could you suggest any other authorized biographies for Muhammad? Bookstores keep telling me that The Life of Muhammad by Alfred, I don't know how to say that name, Guillaume, I don't know, is sold out. Well, isn't authorized, doesn't that mean that it has to be approved by the person that it's written by? Isn't that what an authorized biography? I don't think there are authorized. You just mean like authentic, authoritative. I'm assuming that's what you mean.
Yeah, this one is fun. It's a bit biased in favor of Muhammad.
Yeah, because Martin Ling's was like an actual sheikh. So
you know what you could do? Here's what you could do, okay? You could read 2 books, both of them extremely biased, so that you could get somewhere in the middle. No, not extremely biased, okay? One of them is extremely biased, okay? So here's the thing, okay? This book is biased in favor of Muhammad, and this book is biased against Muhammad, okay? So you could read them both together and then figure out there's no, I can't think of a book that is unbiased. Okay, first of all, Muhammad is not even, his story is not even real, okay? So this is all fairy tales. But if you're interested, you could like read these 2 books, Muhammad by Martin Ling, and this one is really biased as well against Muhammad, The Truth About Muhammad by Robert Spencer. And here's the thing, it's very interesting because they're both biased and they're both right. Because they both are basically telling you everything, like they both source. Okay, so when I say right, is how you can say like, Armin, how could they be right if you're saying it's all fairy tale? What I'm saying is that they both refer to what is canon in Islam as Muhammad's story, okay? And if you look at the sources, you can see like they're quoting stories about Muhammad that is based on Islamic biographies and hadiths and stuff like that, right? But they're selective, right? So Robert Spencer will highlight mostly a lot of the negative things that maybe Martin Luther wouldn't, and Martin Ling wouldn't, and Martin Ling is going to give you a lot of positives from the stories of Muhammad that Robert Spencer might exclude, right? So they're both correct, but they're being selective over what they're showing you. Okay, so there's that.
Other questions. This will be quick. Darwin83 Darwin is saying, "At Susanna, what's your take on out of body experience? From what little I have read, I don't believe in it, but I want your viewpoint on this, please." Okay. My familiarity with this is loose and vague. Okay, so everything I'm about to say could be wrong. My understanding is that it typically happens in a situation where we fall unconscious. And our brains like stories, we like narratives, and we like patterns. So in those moments, our brains are trying to figure out a way to fill in the gaps of our mental story of what happened while we were unconscious. Okay, that can come in the form of creating a memory of being outside of your body and looking down on things. Or basically it's a hallucination. That could be completely wrong. That's what I think that's what it is. It's mainly our brains trying to compensate for missing out on a period of time by creating a memory. Yes.
Okay.
But again, that could be BS. I can't remember if that's correct.
Okay, we need to do shorter. I know I don't abide by this myself, but we need to like do shorter answers because there's so many questions. All right, if you can't find one, because we need to highlight them fast. Here.
What do you guys think is the final evolution of religion? I suggested the Monkey King. Oh, so yeah, you're talking about the other.
It was Gajan that suggested us
Yes.
on Patreon. Yeah, guys, if you're a patron on Patreon, send us suggestions on videos to review on Patreon, or send us suggestions. It's not guaranteed that we're gonna do them, by the way. And send us suggestions on art blasphemous art to do. Again, there's no guarantee that we're going to do them. Don't cry if we don't do your suggestion, but we'll consider them. Okay. But yeah, Gajian's suggestion was pretty good. We did the Monkey King because of Gajian.
You did love that.
Yeah, it was really fun. What do you guys think is the final evolution of religion? Its demise. The end of religion is the final evolution of religion. And it's going to happen sooner than most people think. That's my guess. All right, highlight something. Oh, here, Haiti.
Oh. No, this is how it starts. Are you aware of Hanafism? It was a rival religion to Islam, influenced by Christianity, Judaism, Zoroastrianism, and Manichaeism. It was monotheistic and believed in reincarnation. The prophet of Hanafism is known as the false prophet who dared to rival Muhammad by many Muslims. Well,
okay,
isn't Hanafi a school?
No, that's different. No, that's something different. That came after. This is something that I think Muslims refer to people, followers of Abraham, as Hanafis before Islam became a thing. I don't know if this is true because, as you said, this is according to is the Islamic narrative, right?
Are there sources outside of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm very skeptical about how. I mean, it might be real. I don't know, but I'm very skeptical about how true this is. I mean, I've heard of. I've heard of this. I haven't looked into it to know if how accurate it is. Right? Yeah. So that's my answer.
Mr. Almighty is saying, why don't you guys speak about Buddhism? Buddhism was a huge pain in my butt when I was younger. I'm tired of asking this question. Well, Mr. Almighty, you should actually look at our channel because we do talk about Buddhism. We've done quite a few streams on it recently, and Eastern philosophies and religions in general. So go check out our past streams. Just the search thing where you can search for Buddhism.
And we might do more once we keep we did a whole video reviewing Buddhism, didn't we?
Yeah, we did a long one.
Yeah,
I think that was you, but then we did a long one on Taoism together.
Yeah. No, but we did. Guys, maybe just don't assume things if you don't know. Okay, what's your definition of religion? I took a course on compare. What was it?
Comparative religions, history of religions.
Yeah, I don't know about which one, but one of those. But I really liked. There are many different definitions, but this professor was his definition was that it was very simple and it has been working for me. I really liked his. There needs to be two elements for something to be a religion. There needs to be belief in something supernatural, and the existence of rituals. These are the two things that make something a religion. If you have belief in supernatural and without any rituals surrounding that belief, it's not a religion. If you have rituals but without any supernatural beliefs that those rituals are about, then you don't have a religion. I think it's a very simple definition that has been working very well. So, yeah.
This is just funny. Armin, I love myself so much. If I get free time, I'll be by myself. Also, Armin, I can't do a stream without Susie. I get sad when I do a stream without Susie. Accurate. I think you said that when we were doing, you're referring to that personality quiz. I think when you were doing that, you even said I'm the only person you can spend this much time with. Yeah.
You're right. Yes, I was consistent. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so no, you're wrong, Anne. Susie remembers it correctly.
Even when he's doing a secular jihadist stream, you're like, Susie, why don't you come be a co-host?
Okay, no, let's be fair though. Ali is a really good co-host.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the only person that you would otherwise spend this much time with would be Ella Rizvi.
Right. Okay, cool. Next question.
Armin, is there anything you miss about Iran? I personally miss the bread and the food.
The bread and the food was only good when my mom cooked it. Okay? So given that my mom has passed away, if I eat that food, any Persian food, I'm always gonna compare it to my mom's cooking, and I'm gonna be like, just not the same, not the same, not the same. Anyways, okay. So I used to think like I'm never gonna miss anything about Iran because I was so happy to leave, and I was wrong. There are certain things that now I wish I could go back to.
You get nostalgic for Shiraz.
Yeah, I do get nostalgic for sure. I like a lot of my childhood. I was in Shiraz. Also, there's a lot of things that when my parents took me there as a kid, I didn't understand the significance of it, and now I wish I could go back to. And my parents didn't take enough pictures. This is like really pisses me off, right? Like when I went to Persepolis, I wish I had pictures there. I went to Tehran University. I wish I had pictures there. I have one picture inside Tehran University. God damn it. I would like Esfahan.
Yeah, you talk about Isfahan a lot.
I now look at pictures of Isfahan, and I know my parents took me there, and I was like, damn, this is gorgeous. Like, I wish I could go to Isfahan. I went to Qom. I never recorded anything there. I wish I could go and interview like some imams in Qom if I could go. I don't miss much about Tehran, okay? Tehran is crap. I can tell you, okay?
You were talking about the traffic last night, and you
Tehran is just pollution and traffic and noise and nope. Screw Tehran, except just Tajrish. You know what? I lived in the good part of the city, so like I lived in Zafarania and Tajrish Bazaar. It's kind of, I hated it when I was there, but now if I think about it, it's kind of, you know what? I realize how much that whole atmosphere could be enjoyable when I went to Jerusalem and I went to the bazaar in Jerusalem in the old city, and I was like, my God, this is bringing me memories, right? So Bazaar of Akil in Shiraz, like I wish I could go back to that. Yeah. There are many things I miss. It's not that I miss them because I didn't appreciate it when I was there. It's just like it's a regret, a missed opportunity of enjoying things that I know now could have been more fun when I was next to it. Anyways, all right.
Shoot, I lost my place again.
Just randomly click on.
Armin, live chat. You're responsible for my corrections. You should call me out if I say something wrong. Also, Armin, I will ban you if you disagree with me.
Hey, you guys know that's a joke, right?
He threatens it. He's never done it.
Yeah, I've
for disagreement, not for disagreement.
Yeah, no, I ban people for spamming. I've never banned anybody for disagreeing.
And that's literally it. We put up with so much BS. It's just
we do.
Spamming. Oh, what's your favorite meat except chicken?
I said salmon sashimi.
Yeah. I really like tuna. I really like halibut. I'm really into fish. I'm a big fish girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oysters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, ask some more questions, or if we missed yours.
There.
Armin, given what we know historically, who would you side with if you lived in the past? Hussein or Yazid? And what about in the battle between Ali and Muawiyah?
This is the best.
Muawiyah?
That's
what I thought.
Such a good question. This is such a good. I love this question. Is he
going to betray his past and choose the side of Yazid?
Okay, the Ali and Muawiyah one is easy. Okay, I have to put. Okay, personally, I think I would be on the side of Ali. Okay, because I think he was wrong. Ignoring, like, let's try to imagine that Ali didn't have sex slaves and didn't behead Jewish people and stuff like that. Okay, let's put that aside. Okay, it's hard to put that aside, but let's try to put that aside. But it's easier to sympathize with Ali than Muawiyah in that battle. Okay, but Ali's reign is brought conflict and civil war.
He was too
Muawiyah's
young.
reign, Muawiyah's reign bring peace and security and wealth for the people he was ruling over. Okay, and this is hindsight. It seemed like Muawiyah is a much more. I mean, he wasn't the best person. He seems to be like more power hungry than Ali ever was. But and guys, none of like these are just according to stories. All of this is probably fiction anyways, right? But I think like if you care about peace, if you care about prosperity, Muawiyah was a much better leader than Ali ever was, right? And I can see now why they went with Abu Bakr and Omar after Muhammad's death instead of Ali. This is why you don't pick someone like Ben Salman who's too young to rule the country after, right? Because there's something to wisdom and age and stuff like that, right? So anyway, so Muawiyah and Ali, I'll pick Muawiyah. Hussein or Yazid? So I think I will go with Yazid. I have to go with Yazid. No,
Holy crap.
no, because Yazid didn't give the order to do the kill massacre. Okay, Yazid was just like, it was the general at the battle that did Yazid started crying when he saw Hussein.
Yazid did nothing wrong.
Yazid was like, if I was there, I wouldn't be like, Hussein wouldn't be killed. And I mean, they kind of killed like so many, the women and the children. But I think Yazid was just like, okay, there's a rebellion against my rule. And Yazid, again, he's like a kid. He's like a drunk party boy. He wasn't a good ruler. Okay. But he was just responding to a rebellion. And the history, I mean, Hussein, just like his father, if he became the ruler, it would have just ended up in more civil war, right? I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, there's a people, like, you're the Khalifa, and there's a bunch of rebels coming out at your. I mean, this is a natural spawn. You respond to it by attacking them, but I don't think like the way they responded was really brutal. I just like, now that I know the story in more detail, I don't think it was Yazid's intention to kill the women and children and even to behead Hussein. So I think I would take Yazid's. For the sake of peace and prosperity, I would pick Yazid's side in this.
Astaghfirullah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hussein.
I know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah. All right, here's another question.
No, this is the person who.
Oh, that's the same idiot. Yeah, that's the same idiot. Okay, no, we're not gonna. You ruined your chances for us to read your questions because of your dumb assumptions.
If you sign up for the newsletter, Armin's book will answer your question.
Oh yeah.
Oh hey, Joanna.
Yeah, we got five Australian dollars super chat.
Saying just because you two are the best, have a cappuccino on me.
I'm gonna have tea instead. Okay, cappuccino is not very healthy, but okay.
What are you talking about? It's just espresso and milk. You don't
Isn't
have.
Isn't it like sweet? No, I do have loaf.
Proper cappuccino, and I am a purist.
Oh, it doesn't have sugar
and milk. No.
Okay.
The milk sometimes caramelizes a little bit as you steam it and creates like natural sugars.
Oh.
But no added sugar.
Oh, okay. Okay, no. Okay, sure.
You can tell I was a barista for a long time.
Okay. Wait, there was another question. Guys, ask more questions. If you miss your questions before.
Oh, here's one. Did you see the ContraPoints J.K. Rowling video? What do you think about it? I didn't see it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I have added it to my list. I'm sorry. I'll watch it.
I need to give ContraPoints another shot because I've only watched one of her videos in full, and I tried to get into more, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I find her annoying. I think it's a lot of her affect. Like,
She puts a lot of
it
work
may,
into it.
no, she
Yeah.
does. It's beautiful. No, trust me, it's not about the creative direction or anything. That's stunning, and that's why I wanted to watch more of her stuff. But there was just a lot of the yes girl, like I just found so contrived. But I need to give her another shot because I bet if I tried again, I would feel differently. I'm
We got
open-minded.
$10 super chat.
Oh wow!
Yes,
Thank you,
Maggie. Aw. Oh, see, Susie?
I find your odd taste in music cute. Vivaldi isn't odd.
Hey, Maggie thinks it's cute.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
fine.
that's true. I just don't think Vivaldi's odd. But thank you for the $10.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
Kissy emoji.
All right, that's a big super chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wait, before we read that, this is true. You know, guys, actually, this is. I know this is a joke, but imagine how much misery would have been avoided if there was one hadith that said, "Eat less sugar." Holy crap! Like that would
Added
make
sugar.
not just like no. It doesn't say no sugar, just like less sugar.
No,
And
because
people at the time would be like, well, "This doesn't make any sense." Because at that time this wasn't an issue, and then people were like, "Look at the hikmah of Islam that could have seen how big of a problem this is going to be years ahead of its time," right? But anyways, but yeah, this one.
If we built a time machine in the future, who do you think who will be the first person from the past you'd beat up? If we had a time machine, I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah, that would be the end of us.
Me accidentally killing myself because of the butterfly effect is too high.
It's not a chance of you killing yourself. It's almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right? If you go back in time, you will. As soon as you go back, you will change everything in history so much so that you're not going to exist. So you're basically committing suicide. Don't go back in time. Go forward. If you get a time machine, do not go back. Go forward.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
India has dropped in the World Freedom Index. It is now listed among the partly free countries. Why is the West conspiring against the greatest superpower in the world? Okay, so the actual question part of this is like a what now? Okay, so because India has become more authoritarian and more quote unquote free societies are noticing that and have quantified that in a standardized format, and now they are listed, lower than they used to be. Why is that conspiracy?
Yeah,
maybe India is objectively less free. Maybe India is objectively less free.
Wow, this is some conspiracy level stuff here.
Like, for example, jailing comedians for weeks on end for jokes that they didn't even make, and the police admit that they didn't make.
The list of things is like, I don't even understand.
Killing journalists.
No, like making interfaith marriage illegal.
Not illegal, but not equally protected under the law, under extra scrutiny.
Right. Banning Facebook pages that they don't like. Going after social media accounts of people who are critical of anything Hindu.
Shutting down hashtags on Twitter.
Yeah, like maybe it has something to do with that. By the way, India is not the world's greatest superpower. What the hell are you talking about? United States is the world's greatest superpower. Just because it's declining, it doesn't mean that it's still not the superpower. Okay? People are like, oh, it's going to one day not be the world's superpower. Yeah, it seems like it's heading in that direction. But right now, as we speak, it's still the world's greatest superpower by a huge margin. As we right now. Wait, we had that question that we missed by Music Guy. Oh, here. I didn't make it. But did you have I think this is for you. Susie.
I had a second cheesecake on your behalf.
Oh, you did?
Okay, yeah, I did.
I usually don't approve of people eating cheesecake, but you need to eat more. So whatever you eat, it's I guess fine.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Oh, a question from our very own Bubble. Oh, yes. Do we want to answer this? Apostate Prophet just put up a post saying he's been nice to Muslims who try to harm and censor him, but that's going to change now. Thoughts? I'm not sure this is useful. Yeah.
Well, it depends on what. Yeah, go on.
I
It
was
really depends. I don't know what it
reading
means.
this before on his community tab before the stream, catching Armin up, and I really don't know what to make of that.
I don't think I think it's too early to judge what that means. It really depends on what that means. I think like
it certainly came across as setting a very hostile tone.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you the best way to fight Islam is to be friendly to Muslims.
Yeah.
And this actually no wait, I'm gonna judge it already. Never mind. Can you actually read it accurately? Like, can you bring it up because so that I could address it properly? Because I don't know if this is a good representation of it or not.
Not a breakdown.
Yeah, because to Muslims as a whole, that seems like a collective way of responding, like collective guilt or something like that. Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, he made it a little bit more specific. Okay, let me get you guys this.
Well, while you bring that up, I'm going to read a super chat by Thomas. Thank you so much, Thomas, for $5 super chat. What did it say? Saying, do Sunnis and Shias read and believe in the same Quran and the same biography of Muhammad? Do they both disagree against each other's hadith scripturally? I can't pronounce it. Okay, this is a very long. It has a very long answer. I'm going to try to do it very fast. Okay, first of all, Sunnis and Shias, most Sunnis and Shias have no idea what's in the Quran or what's in the Hadith, right? So I'm assuming you're talking about Sunni scholars or serious Sunni Muslims who take the religion seriously and serious Shias. Okay, so because let's just be clear, most Sunnis and Shias can't even tell much. They only know the very basic differences between their religion. They only know like, oh yeah, we go with Ali, then 12 Imams, or like Abu Bakr, they go with Khalifas. They don't know but the question you're asking, most Shias and Sunnis don't know the answer to that, right? They do both read the same Quran, except like there are some dialectic marks that they disagree with on somewhat, which changes the definition of certain words sometimes. But the interpretation of the Quran, the tafsirs that they follow, is very different. So yes, it is the same Quran, but mostly, let's say it is the same Quran, but it's a very huge different interpretation of the same Quran. The biography of Muhammad, it's mostly the same. There are some differences, but again, the interpretation of Muhammad's biography is more in dispute than, for example, one of the key stories being when Muhammad took Ali's hand and raised Ali's hand and says like, whoever Ali, I am his vali, Ali is also his vali. Like that, for example, event, both Sunnis and Shias agree that happened, but they do, but the meaning of the word vali when Muhammad said that, they interpret that differently. Okay, do they both? But the hadith they do follow different hadiths, very different hadiths, especially a lot of Shias again take, like, first of all, they do follow some of the Sunni hadiths. They take it less seriously. They cut the level of authority and authenticity they give it to it is less than some Sunnis. They do follow some hadiths that the Shias don't consider authentic, and the major difference between the hadiths that the Sunnis and Shia, the main difference between the body of hadiths that the Sunnis and Shia follow is the fact that the Shias consider all the sayings by all the 12, like, but by the way, when I say Shia right now, I'm talking about Ethna Asari, 12er Shia. Shias. It's not fair because I know there's like Alawites and Ismailis and other forms of Shias, but who cares about them anyways, right? We're talking about 12er Shias, and they consider all the sayings of all the 12 Imams, well, technically 11 Imams, because to be hadiths.
The Mahdi.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the Mahdi to be hadith as well. And the Sunnis don't consider that to be hadith. The Sunnis only consider the stuff that Muhammad or the angel Gabriel said to be hadith. Again, the angel Gabriel apparently gave some revelations from God, but he also said something on himself that was not from God. So those are also hadith. But Muhammad, everything that he said was hadith. And things were said about what Muhammad did that are hadith, but it's mostly surrounded around Muhammad. But like what Imam Reza said is considered hadith by Shias. It's not considered hadith by Sunnis. Anyways, that was supposed to be short, but that was
I know. I'm like,
honestly, that was very short compared to what the
Yeah.
answer should be. Like, this is a very long conversation.
but
Anyways,
now we can properly answer Bubble's question. So let's pull up the receipts. Okay. So here it is, 4 hours ago. And then he's just been firing off stuff in his community tab, presumably because he got banned on Twitter. So in the past I expressed
which is not fair, by the way.
No,
of course
not. For desecrating the Quran. That's why he was suspended. In the past, I expressed that I understand Muslims, that I have no hate for those who hate me, and that I do not intend to be hostile towards those who want me and other critics censored or killed. I now understand that such an attitude was stupid. I take it back. Up until now, I have been nice. That will change. So now the question into how much of this is collective comes in to the picture, because like
that doesn't seem right.
Within the previous hour, he said if an ideology is known to kill people for their beliefs...
Scroll. We can't see. It's blocked by bubbles, yeah.
If an ideology is known to kill people for their beliefs, identities, ideas, and actions, then everyone who defends this ideology is complicit. So that would be presumably...
So you're talking about 1.8 billion people here? Are we like considering them all to be complicit? This is like, I could say that. Okay, so basically, if this is our standard, then you could say the same thing about Christianity and Hinduism as well, and Judaism. And even if you now focus on atheists, a lot of the vast majority of atheists, also probably me as well, believe something that is really dumb, that has been harmful at some point in history to a lot of people, right? Not on purpose, right? Like most people don't want to be like a lot of Muslims, for example, who endorse Islam. They're endorsing it not knowing or not believing that this is harmful, right? They think this makes the world a better place, right? I'm pretty sure I have some beliefs right now that I think makes the world a better place, but it doesn't. I don't know which one of those. I'm pretty sure almost everybody has some ideas that is making the world a worse place, but they think that I will endorse these ideas because it makes the world a better place. Okay. I mean, to be fair, Islam is one of the worst, if not the most worst idea right now out there that is harming the world, right? I mean, but that doesn't mean Muslims, like, I think intentions matter, right? If you do want to fight Islam, the best way is to be friendly to people who believe that, because that's the only way to get them to reconsider their opinions. There is no better way. This is like this attitude is very harmful. Like complicit. So basically, who's innocent then? Everybody is complicit. The Christians are complicit in the worst crimes by Christianity. The Jews are complicit. The Jews are complicit in supporting an idea that is responsible for the creation of Islam, right? Islam wouldn't exist without Judaism. Okay, Islam comes from Judaism. Hindus are all Hindus now complicit for the caste system, right? Every single Hindu is now like that because they're Hindu and they're endorsing Hinduism, and they're complicit for all the caste system. So who's left? Everybody is now complicit. So is that not our new standard right now? This is like, yeah, not a good. Maybe like I hope he clarifies, because but right now this looks really bad.
Yeah, these two in combination, because there is a way that you could interpret it, this statement on its own, that it's not specific to, it's not generalizing all Muslims. You could interpret this just as those who want me and other critics censored or killed,
Okay,
or that
but
those that hate him. But
no,
when you
then
take these in combination, it really seems collective. And
okay, yes.
it's so, and I now understand that such an attitude was stupid. I take it back. Up until now, I have been nice. That will change.
Yeah,
What?
let's be fair.
What?
Let's
No,
be
I'm
fair.
curious. What made you change your mind? Why is it stupid?
No, actually, Katie is correct. Let's be charitable to the Apostle Prophet, saying right, because if you read it, saying, "I express that I understand Muslims, that I have no hate for those who hate me." Okay, so this is not all Muslims. This is a specific group of people, and I do not intend to be hostile towards those who want me and other critics censored or. Okay, yes, let's try to be charitable. Okay, this is not being generalizing all Muslims. This is about people who have been hostile to Apostle Prophet or people like him. Okay, let's just try to be let's be
No, but
charitable.
that's what I said. That if you look at this on its standing alone, that's how
Mm.
I interpreted it, as those who
Yeah,
knowingly defend it. But then
that one is not.
seems more generalizing. So in combination, it seems like when he's saying Muslims here, it it could be interpreted as he's generalizing with this here.
You know what? I'm gonna call out some hypocrisy in myself right now,
Hmm.
because I have said that if you are a Catholic and you're giving money to the Catholic Church, for example, you are participating in an organization that uses that money to protect people who abuse children. So
Mm-hmm.
you're complicit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have said that. So now I think that there's some hypocrisy here happening here right now.
So do you hold? Are you going to
Yeah.
extend that position to other people like Muslims, or are you going to renege your position on donating
No,
to the Catholic Church, or even
I'm gonna
calling
say
yourself Catholic? That's how far you took it. You said even calling yourself Catholic.
right. Um, I'm gonna go with the side of changing my views on. I have to think about this, but I think I'm gonna say like it's not fair. Like if you don't know, again, that if you don't know what you could say, well, you should know better, right? Yeah, but that's a more that's an accusation. That's a smaller accusation that you are supporting child molest, child abuse, right? So if you don't know that what you're doing is harming people, then you're not as guilty as the people who are harming people, right? I could say you're guilty of being ignorant about something and not doing enough research before supporting something. I mean, but we're all kind of guilty of that, some more than others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think we should act ever like it's the same thing, right? The people who are unknowingly supporting something that is harming the world, then we should separate the level of guilt, the level of accusation, and the level of that we direct at them. We shouldn't even put them in the same category as the people who are knowingly doing the harm. You know, I think we should separate them. So yeah.
So you just changed your stance on Catholics. Interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, look at this
Um,
growth. Guys,
yeah.
changing our minds live on air with our live chat because of our live chat. See, this is why we do this.
Yes. Dolly, we do see your badge.
But I think we should wrap it up for today because
Oh yeah.
we've gone for an hour.
Yes.
I'm not feeling my best today, and we have more work to do. So,
Oh wait, can I do one more question? Just one more question.
are you going to answer it actually quickly?
Yes, very fast. Okay.
Okay.
Mirjal was saying, Amazon changed their logo because it reminded people of Adolf. I'm not gonna say his last name. What do you think about that?
Wait, what?
Uh, yeah. The the swishy thing plus with the
It was
look.
a smile.
It was a smile, but with the sticker on the top, it looked like a mustache. So people like this looks like Adolf.
Wait,
Oh, you didn't hear this? This is pretty.
how? No, that must have been years ago. It hasn't been just the smile for a long time.
No. It's the stick. It's just right now happened. But the sticker at the top, blue sticker at the top, looks like a mustache. So with the smile, it looks like him. It looks like Adolf. If they say it looks like Adolf, I don't see Adolf, but whatever. Um, I mean, obviously, this is okay. So, what do you
There
think
are
about
people
this?
who killed, and more recently, who killed a lot more people than Hitler did.
Okay, can you not say his last name?
Oh shoot!
No, but this has nothing to do with that, Susie. This is about. It doesn't really matter how many people killed who. What matters is that it's dumb that people think that this is offensive because it looks like him. Obviously, okay, obviously, like I don't know, but Amazon's position on it changing it is not dumb. Okay, the people who were offended by it are dumb, but Amazon responding to them because
Of a minority.
because they don't want the heat, right? They lose sales when they don't respond to these mob like this, but they don't lose sale when they follow their when they make these accusations go away. The people who work for these organizations, these companies, they are smart. You might think like, wow, they actually changed it. That's so dumb. They know what they're doing. They have done the cost benefit analysis. They have the data. Okay. They know that even if we get offended or like even people think like it's ridiculous that they changed it because of this, they know that they're going to lose more sales if they keep it than if they change it. So they know what drives their profits. Okay.
This is
So it's
insane,
the
though.
yeah, it is insane. No, but the insanity comes from the people who come out and demand that it change, not from Amazon, right? But
No,
anyways,
but I want to point out something. People are more concerned, or the company, in response to this in comparison to employees dying because they don't have proper protective equipment during the pandemic, and the way that they treat their
yeah,
employees.
obviously,
This,
obviously it's
this
dumb.
drives me insane.
No, but like, I mean, to be fair, most like this is like a loud minority on Twitter that is like this is not the right, this is not the left. These are a fringe group of people who have managed to be very, very loud and very, very efficient at creating controversy over things that shouldn't be controversial. Okay,
You can buy
so
Adolf's book on Amazon.
yeah, no, okay, but I don't think like it's so obviously stupid that I don't think it's even worth mentioning how stupid
I'm
this
sorry.
is.
I literally am hearing about this for the first time, and my brain is breaking live with you guys. Because
Right. All
what
right.
is
All right, guys.
happening?
All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a member. You guys are very sweet and for supporting us. Because your membership and because you're being patrons and all that support, we are going to at some point be able to hire more people, hire more staff to take some work from Susie. So because there's a lot of work that she's doing that if we could get other people to do it instead, she's going to be able to focus on things that make Atheist Republic grow. So we are getting close to doing that.
Well, you had a good idea about how we could take more work off of your plate today. So
yes. So you guys are really, really, really helping us with that. So thank you so much, and thank you for the super chats.
Should we do like not show it, but just mention as a teaser what we finished today before the show? How are we going to release this? I think we should.
Guys, okay, fine. I'll tell you really quickly, okay? We're animating our comics, and we just saw the animation today, and it looks glorious. And we're going to be releasing that soon on YouTube. And the only reason why we're able to do this is because of all the Patreons and all the YouTube members. So Yeah, so we managed to hire animators that take our, so you guys are gonna see that coming very soon. So subscribe so that you can see it, and it's just fantastic.
It's really
so
cool. It's
we're basically
so
animating hadith, and then we're gonna go animate Bible verses. Then we're gonna go animate the Talmud, and we're gonna animate Hindu scripture. Yeah, and it's gonna be, and then we're gonna even animate stories from different in Islamic history and Hindu history, like even outside of scripture. So this is a new project that we haven't even announced it. We're announcing it by releasing it. So this is it. Yeah.
No, but
so
I think
we're
we need to build excitement. We need to build anticipation.
No, I'm gonna release it. I can't wait. All right, but thank you, you guys have made this happen. So
I think
thank
we
you,
should do
thank you, thank you.
premiere.
Yeah, we're gonna do premiere, but
Okay,
it's gonna okay.
okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.